Hey guys, and welcome to my Pokemon Reborn playthrough. So, Pokemon Reborn is like a fan-made game basically by like just a bunch of different people, and it's pretty much just a harder game. It's a pretty good game. I actually like it a lot. It's like one of those games I know I can like replay it all over again, even though it is long. It's pretty challenging. So, I've learned a lot from this game. So, in these videos I will be making weekly. I'm going to be using Pokemon. Well, the challenge will be I'll be only using 10 Pokemon, but the little quote-unquote gimmick of it, I guess, is I'm using Pokemon that aren't very good. So basically Pokemon I like, because Pokemon I like tend to not be very good. But it isn't really meant to be like if they're good or bad Pokemon, I'm just using them. So yeah, hopefully it goes well. Okay, so on to the first actual real fight of the game. This is going to be Fern, basically our rival. It's kind of a, I'm gonna lie, it's kind of a dickhead, but you know, it is what it is. So basically, for the start, I only have 2 Pokemon I have. I am just running Esper and Cyndaquil for now as Meowstic. I actually didn't really like Meowstic as much, but I played Reborn, and my first playthrough I actually used Meowstic a lot. I'm like, wow, this Pokemon's kind of cool. So I've really warmed up to Meowstic, and Typhlosion's always been my favorite Pokemon, or one of my favorite Pokemon, so I'm just going to use it. So this fight's not that hard. Fern has 2 grass types and a ground type, and I happen to have a Quilava. And I have an Esper, which is really nice against Roselia, since Roselia is poison as well. Or, I guess Badoo, sorry. So this fight is pretty easy. So now we're on the Aster and Eclipse fight. This is a double battle, and they both use Rockruff for their Pokemon. It's a pretty, like, not that hard fight. You just gotta watch what you do. And Fern basically runs 2 grass types and a ground type, so he pretty much kind of carries you, even though they do have, like, Fire Fang and, like, one-shot the Badoo. They should be a really good carry. He should be a really good carry for you. So obviously I didn't use Quilava for this, because Quilava is, well, weak to Rock. And Esper is honestly a pretty good Pokemon for this early on, so I just kind of spam Confusion here. This battle is not much, like, strategy to it. Just try to help Fern, and, like, Fern will pretty much carry with you. Alright, so this is our first gym leader fight. We're fighting Julia. She's an electric-type gym leader. She's not that bad to deal with. So the first thing you want to do in this fight is do not get paralyzed. If you get paralyzed, you pretty much lose. So, alright, so this is gonna be our second attempt on Julia. Now, there's 3 phases to this fight, at least for my team. So the first phase, do not get paralyzed. If you get paralyzed, you pretty much lose. So I use Fake Out here, and I use Psybeam, and surely it will kill it. Alright, so we're on attempt number 3, and Esper is dead. So we have Quilava out here, you know, so we kind of made it past the first 2 phases. Now, the third phase is you're going to fight an Electrode, and you don't want this thing to use Charge Beam and raise a special attack. If you do, you... Anyway, so we're on attempt number 4. So yeah, again, like I said, there are 3 phases to this fight. The first phase, don't get paralyzed. If you don't get paralyzed, it's really good for you. Second phase, there's going to be an Oricorio. First thing it's going to do is always use Tailwind, at least from my experience. After you use Tailwind, it's going to use Air Cutter. If that Air Cutter crits you, especially with my 2 Pokemon, you're going to lose. So as long as it doesn't crit you, you should be perfectly fine. And my 4th attempt was like, oh, this is going really well, you know? And then I press Psybeam again, and then Air Cutter. Alright, so we're on attempt number 5. So, we have now learned the 3 phases, and I've seen all of them, because we've experienced all of them for, you know, that is my luck. So first phase, do not get paralyzed. Oh, it's looking pretty good. I just used Fake Out and Psybeam, and I just got missed. Attempt number 6! Alright, so that was a little unlucky. We should have definitely been able to kill that mine in. So this is attempt number 6. See how it goes. So I sent Esper out, start with Psybeam because I pressed the wrong move. Alright. Alright, attempt number 7. 7's a lucky number, you know. So let's see how this goes. So Julia's going to send out mine in. I'm going to actually press Fake Out this time. Thank you. And I have the Noble Gem boost, so, and then I use Psybeam, and it ends up killing the Minus. So it's going pretty good so far. And as she sends out the Oricorio, I'm going to end up using Light Screen. And I'm pretty much just going to spam Psybeam, because there's pretty much no reason for me to press any other button other than Psybeam. She does use Work Up, it's a little scary. She didn't crit me, which is nice. So I still have Light Screen up, and I'm just kind of spamming Psybeam. So this is like the danger start, pretty much, the Electrode. The Electrode actually is using Sonic Boom, and it misses Sonic Boom, which is really good for me, but I think either way I would have killed it anyways, which is nice. So since she sends out the Plusle and I still have a lot of health, I know I can just set up Light Screen, so I'm setting up Light Screen again. It does use Nuzzle, but it's all good because Esper literally got rid of like 3 main threats of the team. There is a little bit of another threat that we will see in this fight because it's kind of like super effective on my Quilava, well at least the typing is. But I'm pretty sure she doesn't even have any rock moves on it, so it works perfectly fine. So there's only 2 Pokemon left. My Quilava is going well. I do have the Fire Gem on it. I got it from the person who gives out gems if you answer 36 questions, which is really fun. So then the Geodude is the last in the fight. and I just pretty much just spam Ember because there's no other reason for me to press any button. And that's it. We beat Julia. It only took me 7 attempts.